Hello guys, welcome and welcome back to the Do It Right Tech channel where I take you through everything tech. And in today's video, excited again, I am to be taking you through a couple of activities, tricks and tips that you're not using on your phone, rendering it underused. Let's dive right into the video, but don't forget to hit the like, smash the subscribe button to come back for more. Hit the post notification bell icon so you don't miss out on any video that I post. So moving on. So maybe you have a problem with your volume button. So pressing it several times and it's not working. There is an alternative screen volume button that you can have floating on your screen, and also that could also be an alternative to a one-hand use where you don't have to reach all the way to the top when holding onto your phone to be able to toggle the volume up and down. So let me show you how to get a floating volume button on your screen, put it wherever you want and whenever you need to. All right, so what you're going to do first and foremost is to come into the Good Lock application. In the Good Lock application, if you don't have the Good Lock application or don't know how to download it, check the top right corner. I'll put a card up there to a video where I show you how to get it. So once you're inside here, you're going to be looking for the sound assist, which you can find here. So you're going to tap on that, and once you're here, you're going to select the customize volume panel by tapping on that, where you can change things that you want about it. So you're going to hit now on custom. So once you're in here you can change the layout around. So layout right, if you select, it's going to come to the left, but among all of this you're going to have the floating button toggle. So you tap that and then immediately you're going to be having this very floating thing there. So you can bring it from wherever it is to any location you want on your screen, and whenever you tap on it you're going to have the volume pop up this way, and then you can use your finger or your S Pen to change it. So if I'm using it and I have it this close, with one hand use, I can tap on this and then move it wherever I want, the level that I want. All right, so if you didn't know this, there you have it. Moving on, you might be a content creator and you want to do some style of content where you film yourself whilst you're filming the surrounding or where it is that you are. Well, sitting in camera application is a dual camera recording mode that you can use, and you don't need any other extra application to get that as you want. So once you're inside your camera, you're going to scroll to the left and then you're going to come here into more. Inside here you're going to see dual record mode, so you hold on that and you can put it down here. Then you hit on save and you have that option now sitting here. When you select this, you're going to have two cameras, one using the selfie camera and one using the hind camera. You could also come here and select which of them you want. If you don't want this and you want this, you can select that and select this, two options that you want. And once you hit on this, you're going to get two options. That means you could be using the wide angle lens and then your telephoto lens all at the same time. One zoomed in, one completely zoomed out. So you can select whichever combination of those you want. So that and this, and then you do that, you're going to have them this way. Then when you tap on whichever one and you select that very button, it's going to get bigger, and then you can make it also smaller. So you can pick whichever combination you want, and then it should be able to serve you the purpose that you want. All right, if you didn't know this, I'm happy I was able to help you with this. Moving on. So also, there might be particular apps that you use often, but you always have to come inside, probably have them in a group of applications that you go into before you're able to use it. What if I told you that you can make all such applications just be sitting on your screen, so anytime you need them, you just tap on them and they're there, the applications that you often use. So let me show you how to do that. What you're going to do is create a certain widget like this. You're going to hold on to this and then select widgets, and then once you're here, you're going to scroll all the way down until you see suggested apps. So you're going to see suggested apps. Then you select this and select whichever dimensions you want. In this example, I'm going to select this. We're going to have it like this. So I'm going to put it on a screen where I want, like this, and with it this way, the applications I often use are going to be open this way. They're always going to be available. I can select that and then make it slightly bigger, and then keep them where I want to keep them. Right. And then applications that I often open would always be there for me to just tap on and hop into them like this. All right, so if you didn't know this, I'm happy I was able to help. Let's go into the next item. Let's speak about safety for once. You might be moving around and you're a bit concerned about probably a tracker following you around. Somebody has dropped an AirTag or some kind of a tracker in your bag or shoes or in your car, and you want to check around you if or not you have such tracking devices around you. Well, your phone has the capability of doing that, and I'm going to show you how you can benefit from that. So all you're going to do is come into settings, swipe down and go into settings, and once you're in settings, you're going to go here into safety and emergency. Then you tap on that. In here, you're going to find unknown tracker alert. So you're going to select this, and then your phone, as you can see here, the last scan on my side was at 8 a.m. So your phone every now and then is going to be scanning around to see whether there's any tracker next to you. And if that's the case, it's going to quickly alert you, and then you can look for it and then get rid of it. All right. If you didn't know this, I'm glad you just found out. Let's hop into the next item. You might be a gamer, or there's probably an application that you're using often on your phone. Maybe you're shooting content and you keep your phone charged. So you're shooting with your camera and you keep your phone charged, but your phone keeps getting hot. And this is due to the fact that your phone is charging at the same time you're draining the battery. So there is a mode you can set on your phone where the power coming in is not going to be charging your phone, but it's going to be directly being used for the activity that you're using on your phone. So your battery is not going to be impacted and heat is going to be reduced. All right, let me show you how to toggle that on here. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into settings like that. And once you're here, you're going to scroll all the way down into advanced features here. Scroll down till you get to game booster settings here. And then once you're in here, you're going to have this very one where you can pause USB PD charging when gaming. That way, your phone is going to be using the power to do the activity instead of charging your battery. So you reduce the heat. So this would always be turned off unless you've plugged in, as you can see there, a 25 watts charger into it. So in this example, I'm just going to quickly put it on charge and then we see that come on. So we can see here that when I plug in a 25 watts charger, immediately this is going to turn on and then I can toggle this. But you can actually proceed to go into Good Luck and select Game Booster to select which application is considered a game and which one is not considered a game. That way, if you're a content creator using your phone for long recording or streamings, you should be able to select your camera or whichever application you're using as a game, and that way your phone bypasses the battery and uses the power to rather run that very application. All right, so I'll show you here. Once you're inside here, you can come here to game category settings, and then here you'll be greeted with all the applications, and then you're going to toggle on which ones are games. So for example, if I come here, so let's say I'm listening to loads of music and that's the activity I'm doing. So I can select that and it says user defined. Okay, so this way it's defined as a game to my device. If it's WhatsApp, now WhatsApp has been defined as a game to my phone. And that way when I'm using WhatsApp, my phone will using the charging current coming in to run the activity I'm doing on WhatsApp instead of powering my battery. So basically that is it. If you didn't know this, I'm glad I was able to help. Moving on. All right, so the final thing is you've got an AI assistant also sitting on your phone that serves multiple purposes, one of them being guiding you through things that are on your phone, and I'm going to show you how. So you can go into Gemini, for example, Gemini here, and then there is an AI live feature that is sitting right at the bottom here. You're going to hit on the AI live. We're going to have a full-blown conversation with the AI, and you're going to see how I can share my screen with it, and then it's going to guide me through how to get some things done. Now let me show you. Yes, so I was hoping you could help me find how to toggle dark screen mode on my phone.
Sure, I can help with that. It looks like you're looking at your app drawer. Often, dark mode settings are in your main settings app, which you can usually find by swiping further down or searching. You could also try swiping down from the top of your screen to get to your quick settings.
Like this.
Yes, exactly. Now look for a sun or moon icon, often labeled dark mode, to toggle it on.
Except that I don't find that here. Okay, so is this what you're talking about?
Yes, that's the right place. It looks like your dark mode icon is the one with the crescent moon a little to the right. Tapping that should turn it on.
Okay, so I'm going to tap on it that way. I think it worked.
It looks like it. Your screen should be in dark mode now. Is there anything else I can help you find?
So there you have it, a whole conversation that you can have with an AI assistant, helping you to navigate things, get some stuff done and all. So there we have it, things you probably were not using on your phone. And I'm hoping that this video was helpful to you. If it was, I'm glad it was. If it wasn't, my apologies. And in the next video, I'm sure I should be able to help. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Drop in the comment section if this video was helpful to you or not. If there's any other thing you want me to do later on, let me know in the comment section and I would. Thank you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.